Hello everyone and welcome to our leak repair channel where we bring engineering insight to the world of industrial leak repair. I'm Tim Gaida, a professional engineer at My Engineering Limited. In today's video, we're diving into engineered enclosures for active valve stem leaks. There are two primary types of enclosures that are commonly used when other online repair methods aren't viable. These are the full valve enclosure and the partial valve enclosure. We'll start by talking about the full valve enclosure. This used to be the most common type of leak box we designed, but I'm no longer sure of that, as with the introduction of 3D scanning, the types and styles of valve enclosures have become much more creative. A full valve enclosure boxes in the entire valve. These enclosures are typically very stable as they often have two sealing points on the valve, one at each bore. The multiple points of contact hold the enclosure tight and prevent movement. These enclosures also have the benefit of containing future valve leaks, not just the one you're fixing today. So if the body or the flanges develop leaks later, they'll still be safely contained inside the enclosure. An example of how these enclosures would seal on a flanged valve is shown in this image. You can see that there is a seal on each flange face, and then injectable sealant is pumped into the flange gap to seal all the leak paths through the flange studs. An alternative to this would be to seal past the flanges on the pipe, which would make the box a little heavier, but may offer the advantage of eliminating the need for strong backing. It's important to note that this style of enclosure will prevent access to the valve components and the valve handle, rendering the valve inoperable after the box has been installed. So if the valve is open or the valve is closed when the box is installed, that is the position it will remain until the enclosure is taken off the line. Because the valve will not be operable after the enclosure is installed, the valve handle should be removed to minimize the overall size and weight of the box. These types of enclosures are very common for small valves, as many small valves can be completely enclosed without the need to operate them. An example of this is shown here. This enclosure is profiled around a small valve and lands on the piping on each side of the valve. For welded valves as shown, or threaded valves, the enclosure will usually seal on the pipe just past the threads or past the toe of the fillet weld. The second type of enclosure is the partial valve enclosure. This style lands either on the valve bonnet or the valve body. This type of enclosure has a few advantages, including being smaller and lighter weight than a full valve enclosure. They are also potentially less expensive to manufacture, and they can be used when there are physical obstructions around the valve, which would make installing a full enclosure difficult or impossible. These enclosures are great, but they do come with some trade-offs. Because they only seal on one spot on the valve, they're not necessarily as stable as a full valve enclosure, which will have multiple sealing locations. To deal with this, we will sometimes add an internal support inside the enclosure, depending on how the valve is positioned. This valve, as shown, does not have internal supports because it is pointing straight down. But if it was at an angle or it was horizontal, then we would have added supports on the inside to keep it stable. Some other considerations for a partial valve enclosure is that they are not necessarily ideal for service conditions with significant pressure or temperature cycling, as these fluctuations can loosen the enclosure over time and may require periodic re-injections to keep them sealed. They're also not ideal for environments with significant vibration for the same reasons. A partial valve enclosure will always require strong backing to prevent the enclosure from launching off the valve due to pressure inside the enclosure. Now, regardless of which type of enclosure you use, it's important to understand that the valve will not be operational after installation. So, if possible, remove the valve handle in advance to reduce the size and weight of the enclosure. Also, make sure that the valve is in the right open or closed position prior to taking any measurements on the valve and installing the enclosure. If you do need to keep the valve operational, we can design a custom solution using an auxiliary handle mechanism, which I will demonstrate in another video. Thanks for joining me for today's discussion. If you'd like to learn more about topics like this, please subscribe to our channel or join our mailing list. We'll send you more great information as it's released. You'll find the mailing list link in the description below. Thanks for watching.